Hey everyone, this is Ryder from Skip. I hope you're doing well. It's Wednesday, December 23rd. I have a quick video for you on important EIDL news. This is all related to the stimulus package that may or may not be signed into law soon. We'll have to see. I'm going to talk about that, but I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to know to see if you qualify. So for those of you who don't know, here's the legislation. Again, almost 6,000 pages. You will be eligible for the full $10,000 EIDL if you have a side hustle or business less than 300 employees, economic loss of greater than 30%, and I'll talk about that. And more importantly, I'll talk about this provision, that you are located in a low-income community. Most of you have no idea what that means or how to calculate it. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can calculate it, because it is highly likely that you may be in a low-income community and you just don't know it. It's all based on the census data. Okay, let's dive in. As always, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting our channel. As you know, we've been doing these videos for 10 months, and now that there is this new stimulus being passed, again, we hope we are going to be doing videos daily, if not 2 or 3 times a day. So hit subscribe and we'll make sure you are up to date on everything you need to know. And feel free to share with a friend who could use this information. So first, let me give you the quick news on the stimulus package. As you know, the House and the Senate passed the new $900 billion relief package on Monday night. And on Tuesday, President Trump said he wouldn't support it. He criticized the bill. He said there should be larger stimulus checks. Pelosi supported that because her and the Democrats have always supported larger stimulus checks. Trump said, let's get 2,000. Pelosi says, yeah, that'd be great. Get your party on board. So we don't exactly know what's going to happen, but Democrats are trying to get an amendment to the bill and get that passed in first the House, then see if it'll pass the Senate. Again, everyone's in agreement except Trump right now, so the question is, are they going to go back to the drawing board and wait a few days and try to get more money? I'll keep you posted there. But what is clear is there is PPP funding, and we did a post on that and a video, I'm going to link to that above, and that there is more EIDL funding, over $20 billion in more EIDL funding. We did a breakdown yesterday of the complete stimulus package, but I want to talk about the EIDL funding because it is good news. So without further ado, here is how to look up if you are in a low-income community to see if you would qualify for the full $10,000 EIDL grant, whether you received any EIDL grant money or not already. Just to clarify, this is separate from the EIDL loan. Okay, any small business until the end of this year, of course that might be extended by the way, but any small business could apply for an EIDL loan. And there was this brief form that the SBA put up at the end of March where you could fill out and you would be eligible for both the grant, aka the advance, and the loan. The grant was geared towards giving out emergency money that you didn't have to pay back. The EIDL loans, you have to pay back. I just want to make that point. But in the new bill, here's what it says. There are more targeted EIDL advances for small businesses. And the biggest piece here is you would be eligible if these 3 things here, okay? You are in a low-income community, you have suffered economic loss of greater than 30%, and you employ not more than 300 employees. There's a few other caveats, but those are the 3 main points. Now, how do you know if you're in a low-income community? There's a few rules here. It is kind of confusing. I'm going to show with 3 different examples. The first example, here we are in Oakland, California, and I will link to this right in the description, but you can go to helloskip.com/low-income-lookup. So low-income lookup with dashes, or just click the link in the video description, and I'll try to put a link above as well. Okay. So here's how to find out if you are in a census tract that is low income. Number 1 is 20% or more of your census tract considered below the poverty line. Okay, that's the first question you can ask. And you can find out here. I put in this address. It happens to be a Target in Oakland, California. So in this area, when you search and click census demographic data and go to the income tab right here, you'll see all this data. So you'll see percent below poverty line is 35.83%. So yes, you would qualify in this case as a low-income community if you lived in this area. And no matter where you are in the country, you can do the same check yourself. This, by the way, is based on 2020 estimated data. So it's unclear whether they will wait for the 2020 census results to be compiled and they will want to go by that. That's unclear, but if we see rules in the SBA that clarify this, we'll let you know, of course. The second way to calculate this, let's say this number is 15%, so you didn't qualify under the poverty rule for your census tract. If your census tract's median family income is 80% or less than either the state average or the metropolitan area average, you would qualify. Okay, so you have two options. These are all or, so you can find which one, if any, you qualify under. So let's take the example here. So in this census tract in Oakland, the median family income, and that's important to look at, the median family income is just about 39% of the state average, okay? So yes, you would qualify under that rule as well. And you can see the differences here. The 2020 estimated tract median family income is $46,285. And when you look at the California median income, it's $75,277. This is the California median income, but you could also use the metropolitan area, and this happens to be in the San Francisco, Oakland, Berkeley metro area. Again, there are metropolitan statistical areas across the country, and you can scroll down here and see that the median household income in the Bay Area is higher than the state average, $114,696. So you would qualify under both if you happen to live in this census tract. Let's take a look at another area. This is 3600 Broadway, Oakland, California. This happens to be the Kaiser Permanente area, and we can see here when we look at the income, 23.69% are below the poverty line, and the median family income is 38.36% of the state average. So you can see the estimate here is $45,725, which of course is well below that state average of $72,000 and well below the Bay Area average of $112,000. So you'd qualify if you lived in this census tract too. Let's take one more example. This is in Pleasant Hill, California, generally seen as maybe a middle class, upper middle class area. So we took a look at this census tract. Actually, this is the Best Buy in Pleasant Hill. And you can see that only 8.81% are below the poverty line. And the median family income is $123,000, and that's higher than the state average. Okay. So hopefully this will allow you to quickly see if, based on your address, and again, it's probably best for you to do your business address, but if you're a sole proprietor, that business address is probably your home address. But put in your address to see if you would qualify for this part here, part 2, okay? And of course, if you want to calculate the economic loss part, you could take an 8-week period in 2020 or 2021 and compare it with 2019 income to see if your economic loss is greater than 30%. Again, to go to this page, go to helloskip.com/low-income-lookup. We might do an easier calculator in the coming days as well. Finally, I want to mention that yesterday on the free Skip app, we launched our vaccine distribution tracker. So it looks like this. Once you download the app, hit vaccine distribution tracker. You can add in some quick information about yourself and see your risk profile, and most importantly, where you fall in the queue. So in this example, there are 260 million people ahead of you in the general order of operations here. As of today's date, according to the CDC, around 600,000 people have gotten their vaccine. So we still have 99.5% of the country to go. We will keep you updated there on that, but that's free on the HelloSkip app. Hit subscribe because we have more EIDL news and PPP news coming soon, especially when this bill gets signed into law and SBA issues further guidance on how to apply, when to apply, and what you need to do to make sure you are eligible. Thanks so much for your support, and we hope you're staying safe, staying healthy, and have a great holidays.